Welcome to the Hot Corner. I'm Steve, and thanks for joining in. On this video today, I want to highlight a very special organization and a very special and unique individual that I have had the privilege of knowing for a few years now. I want to introduce you to Stephen Ryder, a friend and a brother in Christ. Stephen and I met a few years back while we were in Orlando filming some episodes for Rich Marshall's God at Work. Him and his wife Elizabeth were down there, and I had the opportunity to go down and film as well, and we ran into each other at dinner the first evening, and we've stayed in touch ever since, and I've been an admirer of his tenacity, and this great organization that he has founded called the Never Alone Project, and that is at neveralonepandemic.org. So Stephen is a staunch advocate for patient and family visitation rights. Stephen's wife Elizabeth passed away in the hospital during the height of the pandemic in 2020, basically alone. He has worked tirelessly alongside elected officials in Colorado to develop and pass legislation to allow family members to visit their loved ones in the hospital with greater frequency and longer duration visits. Anyone who has had a family member, spouse, or close family member pass away during the pandemic understands and knows how difficult it can be to visit and spend time with those people when they need it the most. So I asked Stephen if I could promote his organization on my YouTube channel, to which he agreed. And what I'm going to show you now is a video from the Never Alone Project's website. I'll also post the website links in the description. Please watch and consider helping this tremendous organization in developing and enacting legislation to ensure family members have the needed visitation rights. I'm just going to roll the video, and then I pray you have a blessed day, and thank you for watching.
No one should die alone. I met Elizabeth in 2000 through an online dating site, and by the fourth date, I knew I was going to marry her. We got married in 2001, had 2 boys, but in the midst of it, she was diagnosed with lupus and later with pulmonary hypertension after she went in with congestive heart failure. At the beginning of COVID, we knew it could be something serious because of her health risk, but she came back with a negative test. She was hospitalized, and I wanted to get in to see her, and despite a negative COVID test for myself and for Elizabeth, I was never allowed in. Didn't matter that I had personal protective equipment. It didn't matter that I would abide by whatever rules they wanted to impose. I wasn't allowed in. Study after study shows that having an advocate, having a loved one there in the hospital aids in the healing process. Not being able to get in there was devastating to me personally and incredibly stressful, but I could see over FaceTime that it was also taking a toll on Elizabeth. Even though she made the best of a garbage situation, there were times that I genuinely wondered if that was the last time I was going to talk to my wife. We need to start sharing our stories because we need comprehensive legislation that protects the individual's right, the patient's right, to have at least 1 screened visitor per day, no time limits. My wife died alone, gasping for air in the hospital with no one in her room until someone found her there. This is why the Never Alone Project exists. So please join us. Donate, share your story, neveralonepandemic.org, because no one should die alone.